The Sign of His Coming Revealed, Part 1, by Steve Fletcher, A Trumpet for My People. This is the word of the Lord. Received December 12th, 2012, 12/12/12. The Lord has revealed to me the final sign of the Lord's return, as Jesus himself prophesied in Matthew 24, the sign of his coming. I ask you to please read this carefully. Let him who reads understand. The world must know this is the promised sign of his coming that Jesus gave to us 2,000 years ago. Time is of the essence. How did the Lord reveal the sign to me? From Matthew 24. The disciples asked Jesus in verse 3, "Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" What God revealed to me was that in verse 15, when Jesus talked about the original abomination of desolation, he was answering their question of when. When did the first abomination happen? Hanukkah. This is known through the story of the Maccabees, 165 BC. The original abomination of desolation happened when King Antiochus of Syria defiled the temple in Jerusalem by placing an idol of Zeus inside and sacrificing pigs on the altar of the Holy of Holies. It was after the abomination that the temple was rededicated, and thus the festival of Hanukkah began. Hanukkah in Hebrew means dedication. This is also known as the Feast of Dedication, which Jesus recognized in John 10:22 through 23. Midweek. Then through the book of Daniel in 9:27, I knew that the abomination talked about during the tribulation would happen midweek. That is what is prophesied during the tribulation at the 3.5-year mark, midway through the 7-year tribulation, that the Antichrist would sit down and demand to be worshipped from the temple of God. Then I saw the dates of this year's Hanukkah in 2012. All of God's greatest moments and signs come during Jewish feast days. This year's Hanukkah dates, December 12/8/12 through 12/16/12, and midweek was 12/12/12. Midnight. I had to know the hour of the sign, and God revealed it to me through the 10 virgins. Matthew 25:6. Midnight. Israel is God's time clock, so the hour would be midnight Jerusalem time, 4 p.m. Central Time in Yucatan, Mexico. The sign came at exactly the hour specified, midnight Jerusalem time, 4 p.m. Central Time here in Yucatan, Mexico, and I knew it was coming, and I had 20 people with me there to watch. The sign came here in Yucatan for all of us to see, and it was the most spectacular show of God's glory I have ever seen in my lifetime. This was not only a once-in-a-lifetime sign, this was a sign and date God planned from the beginning of all creation. At exactly midnight Jerusalem time and 4 p.m. Central Time, all of us that were there could see a cloud shooting out from around the back of that cloud were well-marked reflections and rays that started to grow little by little until they extended out through the full expanse of the sky. Later we saw that from behind that cloud, a little ball started peeking through, and it began to grow until it took the full form of the sun. Then it began changing colors through every color of the rainbow: fuchsia, yellow, blue, green, pink, purple, red, and many other beautiful combinations of colors. Then it came out from behind the cloud and changed its aspect and became a pulsing globe growing large and small, and again was still changing colors, but the sun was now in all its brilliance and might, and you could sense the glory of it, yet you could look directly at it without it hurting your eyes. It was the glory of God himself. The whole show lasted 75 minutes. 20 of us all saw it because we knew exactly when it would appear, and we can all testify to it, the sign of his coming. This sign is the prophesied sign of his coming, promised in Matthew 24:3. Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? Matthew 24:15. Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, which happened on Hanukkah. Daniel 9:27. Then he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week, but in the middle of the week he shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering midweek. Matthew 25:6. And at midnight a cry was heard, behold, the bridegroom is coming, go out to meet him. Midnight. Hanukkah, midweek, midnight, 12, 12, 12.